If you want to see a broken spirit.
Hey everybody, Anthony and Danny here for another Anthony versus Danny special. This is going to be the Trilogy Challenge edition where we're only using the 3 Trilogy Challenge discs. What are those, Danny?
Those discs are the Westside discs Gatekeeper, the Dynamic discs Vandal, and the Latitude 64 Keystone. And we're playing out here at Jones West Park, so it should be a good time. This is a really fun course. On hole 1 here is a 295-foot par 3. You're going Gatekeeper off the tee?
Yeah, it seemed to be or at least what I was expecting to be kind of the most overstable of the discs, and this is just kind of a dump hyzer shot. I just wanted to get left.
It's a very good decision there. I went with the Vandal just because I thought that if I put enough hyzer on it, it would hold it. But this Vandal is a little bit less stable than the Vandal that I've been throwing. So I didn't quite put enough hyzer on it. I'm left with about 50 feet here.
Crushed it, though.
Smashed it. If you want to see a broken spirit. Your laugh at the end there.
Oh, I love that.
In editing was... yeah, a really solid make there.
You know, yeah.
You hit less change than I did.
Between the two of us, yours was definitely the better putt. Mine just stayed.
So you're going Vandal off the tee here on hole 2. Par 3, 320 feet.
Yeah, just overcooked it a little bit.
Yeah, trying to put it on more hyzer to try and get it to fade?
Yeah, I just wanted to basically get it there. It's kind of a low ceiling, so throwing it low, slightly uphill, just wanted to give it some pop and get it there.
Yeah, the uphill note would have been good for me.
Yes.
I threw it like it was a flat shot. It didn't really work. So I went Gatekeeper, left myself about 25 feet. You're here. You've got 80 feet. And the last Danny versus Anthony challenge, you were jamming these.
I've been known to make these.
Not that one.
By approximately one person I've been known to make those.
You and the Keystone seem to get along well from that distance.
Yeah.
So no scoring change on 2. We're on to hole 3 here. This is a 470-foot par 3, and I think this shapes really well for the Vandal because you can get that hyzer flip, and then as it's coming back, it'll penetrate really straight if you don't hit a tree.
Yeah, thank you.
Step 1.
Out of my hand, that one felt good, but just a little bit tight to that tree. You are making the correction, and that's kind of the shot shape you're looking for. Maybe a little more hyzer.
I think a little higher. I think just a little bit more height, and it would have had time to fade out because the Vandal goes decently far.
Yes.
It's got a good bit of glide. It's similar to like an Escape and a Maverick if they had a baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going Keystone here, and the Keystone is kind of listed as an understable putter, but that just shows if you put it on enough hyzer, it'll hold it.
Yeah, it's definitely understable if you put a ton of spin on it, or if you put a real big snap on it, it'll flip up and turn for you. But on those touchy little approach shots, it's very straight.
Can we talk about the definition of a hyzer flip here?
Yes, that was all of the hyzer.
That was a smash.
All of the flip.
The farthest shot of the day. And this is, I'm just going to send it.
Just sending it. And it's been sent.
That's approximately 50 feet too high.
So far sent that
I went over there to avoid the OB right.
Yeah.
And somehow almost found the OB right anyway.
So somehow it got all the way there. I still don't know how that happened.
I think a combination of good luck and bad luck just worked together. This shot was there. I really honestly liked the release of a Vandal forehand. It's an understable disc, so I don't generally throw those on a forehand line, but it worked out okay. It had a nice clean release for me. That's a Gatekeeper approach shot.
Yeah, you were talking about the release of the Vandal. I really like the release of the Gatekeeper. That's a shot I would typically throw a putter or maybe a suspect at, just to not have the issues of a deeper mid-range style disc. But the Gatekeeper's been coming out really smooth on those touchy up shots.
You've got a Gatekeeper in your bag, don't you?
I sure do, and
Nice.
I have been loving it.
Nice. These were actually a little bit lighter than the Gatekeepers we were expecting, but they held the stability really well. I could really smash on it and not really worry about too much.
Yeah, these were low to mid 160-gram Gatekeepers in the tournament plastic, so I think we were both kind of expecting them to be more on the stable to slightly understable side. But as you can see, they will hold a hyzer. Absolutely no problems there.
So this is about 25, 30 feet here?
They're about, yeah.
Just jam?
Cash.
No problem. All right. What did you think about the Keystone for inside the circle for putting?
I like the flight of it, definitely. It was a little bit deeper than what I'm used to. Typically I putt with Wardens, and it felt a little deeper in my hand. But the flight was pretty similar of that of a Warden. Maybe a touch less glide, but super, super straight.
Very straight, definitely. And you showed you can put it on a hyzer. This is 168-foot par 3, hole 6 here. And yeah, I was going to go a turnover at the tree on the left, and I just missed it a little bit right. But not a problem. 168 feet. It's a great driving putter, I think, for those just dead straight shots.
Yeah, just a touch of hyzer, get it to flip up and ride straight. That's what I was trying to do there.
The basket's in the other position.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I don't know if you saw there, but just off camera, a guy moved it.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't pay attention to that.
Gotcha. You gotta double check the basket placement.
Yeah. It's kind of looking like you didn't see him move the basket either.
No comment there. I was going for the gap right of where I hit it. The lighter weight discs I don't generally release. I have as consistent of a release point, so that's my excuse.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like it. It's a good one. Oh, it's a good low putt there.
So I was thinking I wanted to do the AJ Risley like first down thing, but I forgot how to do it. So I went with just a awkward fist pump straight up in the scare.
Yeah, sure. Just right at the clouds. In your face.
The line on this hole 8 here, is actually just straight at that tree, if you didn't know.
Yeah. That's where the basket is.
Okay.
See, it's right there.
Yeah, it's just like this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, see, you hit it 6 inches to the left, and that's not what you're looking for. So now you have no putt instead of me having a putt.
Yeah, if mine was 6 inches to the right, that's ace running.
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah, so you've got that nice little tunnel there. Just float the Keystone. I can't really...
I don't think that one works there.
No.
We got to come up with something else for it, though. Let us know in the comments if you have an idea for a motto.
Yes.
Similar to Flirt the Gourd. So we're going, both going Gatekeeper here on hole 9, 325 feet downhill, and this really shows how stable they are. I expected mine to work right.
Yeah, especially with them being in the lighter weights, these things will handle power. It's, like you said, 325, slightly downhill, but it's the low ceiling. It's not like something you're floating there. You have to punch this disc, or this drive, to get your disc all the way down there. And both of us just...
Wow.
Yeah.
That is parked.
Solid.
Can I have your autograph?
Definitely.
Awesome.
$5, please. Jam.
I did not expect to be directly behind that tree. Hole 10 here is 325 feet. I'm going Vandal here. I'm trying to go hyzer flip at those trees on the right, and I just pulled it trees on the left. I just pulled it to the right. This is the shape I was going for. This is what the Vandal's really good at. It flips up and it glides to the right, and these don't really fade out much at all. So if you're looking for a big turnover or a substitute for a forehand shot in the woods, or if you're looking to absolutely park hole 10.
That? What if you're just trying to play hole 10 at West?
What if you're just trying to put it underneath the basket? Is that what you're going for?
That's what I was going for, absolutely.
I think you're probably going to like that one.
I do.
So I'm trying to nail another 50-footer here. Didn't quite work out for me. I'm still not as close as you.
Hey, whose disc is that right there? Wow.
Wow, good shot. Good shot. So hole 11 here is a billion feet. It's a very long par 4 here with a low ceiling. And so you're going Gatekeeper, and that shows how much glide the Gatekeeper has. It actually got down there pretty good. Yeah,
I was just trying to go a little higher than typical and just let it float and penetrate straight, and that's exactly what it did. Nope. Jumping the squirrel.
Almost got it. Ooh. I was really excited to throw the Vandal on a roller.
Yeah, I can see why.
It actually works really, really well. It doesn't flip over quite as much towards the end, which means it's going to hold a straighter line, which is a little bit more reliable here.
Yeah.
I think both of us, I went Keystone, you went Gatekeeper here.
Yep.
We both left our upshots a little bit short, but I gave it exactly the amount of power necessary to make that putt.
You could not have thrown that any softer.
So hole 12 here is 210 feet. You're going Gatekeeper?
Yeah, just to try and get straight down there, but left it a little high.
Caught up in the branches a little
some
bit.
Cabbage.
I wanted to throw a nice little hyzer flip with the Keystone here. I think I also got mine just a little bit too high. You tell I started it on a hyzer. It was going to go just dead straight. Oh, okay.
I actually forgot that I made that.
Okay, Jump Putt City. There you go.
Keystone.
It's a great putt.
Oh, back to back.
Another awkward fist pump.
Bringing back the straight in the air fist pump.
I need to work on my celebration.
Nah, man.
Try and get a little more coordinated.
At this point, I think you have to keep rocking it.
I'm going to just get a bunch of backup dancers to follow me around every time I make it outside the circle.
Just fist pump in the air?
Yeah.
I like it. So there I went Gatekeeper just to try and get that left finish, but unfortunately it was a little bit short. I didn't quite throw it hard enough or wide enough to get it through the gap. You went Vandal and definitely made it through the gap.
I was just aiming for out in this field to give myself a jump putt at it. That's a nice little forehand approach. Did you like the Gatekeeper on a forehand releaser?
Yes, absolutely. It's a little bit deep for me to throw on like a harder, like a harder sidearm shot, but on a touchy little sidearm like that, maybe 100 feet, 80 feet, something like that, I really liked it for sure. So
hole 15 here is 315 feet. You're going, this is a great hyzer flip line.
if you don't hit that tree.
Ideally. I'm going to, again, go just 6 inches
Yep.
to the right of where you threw it and somehow get through. I really like the Vandal on those hyzer flips.
Yeah. It's like you said, it's kind of like between a Maverick and an Escape. It has a flight very similar to the Maverick, but speed and distance more similar to the Escape for sure.
I like that it has just a smooth turn. It's not like it's quick to get on the angle that you need. It just goes. So hole 15 here.
That's a nice little forced overshot there.
Yeah, I actually gave it some turn that time. Every other time I tried to throw it, I had tried to throw it flat and work it to the right. But there I started on the angle, and that worked out a little bit better. You're saucing on this Keystone here.
Yeah,
Gave it some onion.
A little bit lower than I wanted, but still a little jumper at it.
Nice.
Yes.
Jam sesh. Got some peanut butter to go with that, Jay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
I'm
went with
somewhere
the
back there.
awkward fist pumps. I just went with the really slow run it down. You're not going any faster than walking, but it looks like you are.
Yeah, that wasn't in slow motion, even though it looked like it. And here's the Vandal on a forehand for those that like to throw those forehands. It works pretty well. I didn't throw it very hard, but I started it on that hyzer line and just made sure to get a nice clean release. And I actually really like the release on the Vandal. So you're going Keystone turnover here.
Yep, once again, just a touch low out of my hand. It's a little deeper than the putters I'm used to throwing, so just trying to get a feel for it, but it flies really nice, and when you can putt it like that, I guess you don't really need to put it super close.
So 17 here is 430 feet, and I wanted to demonstrate the full flight of the Vandal. Unfortunately, that also brings the water into play. So I went with a hyzer flip, and you can see it's trying to come back at the end, and it actually landed safe on the other side. Just barely.
Full flight demonstrated. Water being brought into play demonstrated. So I will not take the water into play and just kind of lay up a Gatekeeper just into the big landing zone there, nice and safe.
Should be a nice easy pitch across here, because that Gatekeeper does have pretty nice stability to be able to use for those approach shots.
Yeah, I really liked it for just that hyzer into the green approach.
It's very similar to like a between a Suspect and an EMAC Truth, I would say. It's faster. It's faster than the Suspect, slower than the EMAC, but
Definitely.
it's a great putt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going roller here with the Vandal again. I just like this thing on rollers.
Yeah,
it has a really, you see how straight it goes, and it tries to finish to the right, but it doesn't go very far. I feel like my Renegade might have brought that water in the right on play.
How hard are you throwing that to get it? Are you forcing that over, or are you just kind of throwing a big Annie line and let it work?
I'm throwing it's pretty similar to like my Renegade roller line, maybe a little bit lower, but yeah, it's you got to give it a good bit of power, but if you can get it down on the right angle, it's going to roll fairly straight. Get you some good distance there. So you went Gatekeeper over the water. I'm going Keystone here. No, I thought that was in the water out of my hand.
That is circle 1, not X.
You've got a jumper. Oh, almost had the birdie putt.
Defeat.
This is I'm known for my turbo putts, if you don't know. I'm pretty good at those. That's a lie. I've never thrown a turbo putt in the tournament. But
you can't say that anymore, because this was a very official, super tournament.
Definitely, 100%. So that's the Danny versus Anthony Trilogy Challenge. There's only 2 of us, so we can't do a Trilogy Challenge. We might see if Bobby wants to come out for the next one. Figure something out there. Let us know in the comments what you want to see for the next video. Anthony, give us your final thoughts on these discs here.
I really liked all of them. I think the Gatekeeper is my favorite. Like we said earlier, I already have a Gatekeeper in my bag for just straight mid-range shots. Like you said, kind of like an EMAC Truth, but a little bit slower. It's not quite as fast, not quite as far. The Vandal is an amazing fairway driver between a Maverick and an Escape, which is, I think this is the best Trilogy Challenge lineup that there's been in Trilogy Challenge history. I really think that all 3 of these discs are home run discs. I think this is the best lineup across the board for sure.
Definitely. I 100% agree. I'm really excited for the Vandal. I have one in my bag, and I can't wait to get a couple more after the Trilogy Challenge.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to play in a Trilogy Challenge, head to trilogychallenge.com. You can see if there's one in your area. If there's not, they're super easy to run. You can sign up to run one, and we'll take care of they have sign-ups available for you online, and we'll get those players packs sent out to you really quick. So definitely check it out there. And yeah, I think that's all we got for you. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel here to get all the content we get. Hit the bell if you like some notifications, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.